Good morning, guys. How are y'all doing this morning? So, it is Tuesday morning. Man, these yards are starting to stack up on me. I had a new guy gonna come in today, but I woke up and they're calling for 70%, 65, 70% chance of rain. So, and it looks like it's gonna rain. So I had to call him and tell him not to worry about coming in because, well, you don't want to get a new guy out here or and then it start raining and have to pay them and not getting any work done. So usually when it's borderline whether it's going to rain or it looks like it's been raining and it might rain or whatever, I don't have anybody come with me, especially nobody new that I ain't never worked with before. So what I'm gonna do now is I got a commercial site that I'm going down here to try to do. I've been having some issues with some of the customers because they are wondering where I'm at, And I knew that I was going to start running into that, especially when I took the weekend and did some work for family and stuff. So, I knew it was going to be put me a little bit behind the eight ball, more so than what I already was. But I don't really like going to any of these properties on the weekend, and I didn't have any help. So I went on and did, removing that silt fence over there, and then the track came off the machine, so that put me on that job another day, more than I wanted to be. So under normal circumstances, I would have done what I'm doing today. I would have done this on Sunday. And so then yesterday, the owner calls me, and these are the customers that you really need to keep, especially during this time of this virus and all, because the commercial sites, they got to get done, and they're gonna have you come no matter what. Unlike a homeowner, a homeowner, if he's at home all day, then he might end up cutting his own grass, since he's off work or whatever, or she's off work or whatever. So I didn't make a mistake by not doing this one this weekend. I just put it off, and then it rained on Monday. So the owner of this site down here I'm going to now called me yesterday, and he's like, "Hey Ray, I thought you were coming. I thought, man, we need to get that damn that gas station and those two lots down there done. The grass is really bad." And of course, he lives in the same area that I live in generally, and he sees that it's raining, and I'm like, "Well, it rained. It's raining, man." He said. Then he comes back and he says, "Well, but it wasn't raining all weekend." See what I'm saying? And I really should. If the track hadn't come off the skid steer, then I would have done this job on Sunday. So I told him, I said, "Well, it's raining today. I'll get out there first thing in the morning, but I anticipated having somebody come with me. But the weather has made it where I don't want to bring nobody out here. So I'm gonna go out here and by myself. And another thing too that you got to factor in is just kind of it's a nice little ride. It's a 20-minute drive one way. So that's something I take into consideration too when I have help or new guys and the weather and all. There's so many things that people don't think about when they're sitting on Granny's couch and they are looking at the videos, or they're looking at starting a lawn care business, and asking you know, asking me things like, you know, why didn't you do this or why didn't you do that? Usually, y'all, there's a method behind and there's a reason behind everything. Though, you know, I'm not a producer or anything. Sometimes I don't know how to explain all of that where it makes sense to the average person that's not in business or trying to get in business. So, you know, I'm always, everything that I do out here is a contemplated thing. I don't just randomly wake up and start and figure out what I'm going to do. I'm looking at a bigger picture than just today. I'm looking at the week, I'm looking at the month, and I'm looking at the season overall. So far this year, I have lost one customer so far. And like I said the other day in a video, it's because she is dialing the wrong number. She wanted me to come over there and so she could show me that she's dialing that she's dialing the right number. And you know, for me, man, I don't, you know, she's already hired another guy for the season, so I'm done. I'm not going over there to do anything. I don't have time for that. You know, I'm not babysitting, you know, the customer when she's already committed and hired somebody else. No matter what I do is going to make it where she gives me the work for the summer. So I know my number hasn't changed, you know, so I'm just not going to concern myself with it, other than just sharing it with you guys about, you know, it's another reason, another new thing that's come up, you know, this season I ain't never seen before. Just saying, man, you know. So I'm gonna go down here and tackle this commercial one by myself. I'll probably do a little bit of a video, you know, there's not a lot of mowing footage you can get over here. I'll probably show you guys the you know, the sights and all that, but there's really not a place to put the camera and all that. It's a busy parking lot, and you have to really pay attention to what you're doing when you're on this particular site down here. So I called the guy that was supposed to work with me today. He was new. I was going to bring him on part-time, you know. Now I got a dilemma. So, y'all know I got a guy that works Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Well, he's going to be wanting to work Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday this week. So now, especially if I can get this job down here done, and I'm going to get it done. You know, once I commit to going down here, this job's going to get done. It's just a matter of me going through the freaking motions. And I'm going through the motions now, so that's going to happen. So tomorrow, when Drew's back out here, I'm probably going to have that another guy. I may have to have this other guy come out here too, but I really don't even need another guy if I got Drew out here. So you see, the weather, the virus, and the customers are all dictating everything to me right now. I'm not really running nothing. I'm at, you know, of course, we're always at the whim of the weather, you know, but I'm at the whim. I got three moving parts. I'm at the whim of the weather, I'm at the whim of this virus, and I'm at the whim of new help and all of that. So I'm doing the best I can. I know that I'm way behind, you know, and not, you know, last year I had someone running the other truck. Like if I had the same guys working last year, I would have put the other guy in the, you know, that knows me. I would have put the other guy in the other truck today, and he would have been helping me here, and we would have been doing a few other little things to get things, you know, more caught up. So it's supposed to be pretty Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So it looks like it's going to be some pretty long days and all that. So I'm not really set up. I mean, I can have two guys in the truck with me, you know, but man, it ain't hardly even worth it, man, because the properties that I do, they don't really justify 2 guys, and I mean, 3 guys including me, on especially guys that don't really know anything about, how to run the mowers or anything. So goals for today, y'all, are this. Mandatory minimum is get these 2 sites down here done. And there are 2 sites, they're right next door to each other, across the street from each other, and the same owner owns them. So that's a mandatory minimum there, to get this site done. Now if I can get this site done and I can do another one by myself, well, then that's just gonna help me, get to where I need to be toward the end of the week. I'm not gonna put the customers off. These customers have been calling me. I got to go ahead and do. I got another one that I'm on the cuff with too, because I haven't been over there to do the work. Well, because of the rain, because of the help, and because of the virus. So yeah, and it's another commercial company. So I need to do all these commercial sites, here in the next day or so. Normally I wouldn't even come out here and do this job because the bottom could fall out right now, and I could be wasting my gas and my time. But when I look at those kind of things, I look at, okay, well, what else would I be doing? Sometimes, and I don't know how everybody else does it, but sometimes the first cut or 2, you're not making nothing. You're not earning like you will earn, after you get things in order. I'm not gonna be, when you base how much time I'm gonna spend down here and against what I'm making, and all that. And I told you I was gonna quit talking about, the actual dollar amount, and that's what I am gonna stop doing that. So, but you always have to consider what you're making versus how long it takes you to get there, the probability of it that you're going to be able to complete the job. Because when you drive 25 minutes one way and you can't finish for whatever reason, well, right now that's critical, because I don't have time to come down here tomorrow with a guy or 2 with me to do this job and expect to get anything done that's on the other side of the schedule. This is a mandatory minimum that I'm going to do today, and I'm going by myself because I want to keep my expenses to a minimum. And one thing that I always think about, y'all, when I'm since I've been self-employed and I learn I learn every day. But one thing I think about, and I think about often, is I don't have to earn a lot of money as long as I keep my expenses down. So it ain't all about what I make. It has a lot to do with what I don't have to pay for. So I couldn't get any skinnier as far as expenses go than I am right now going down here to this job. I got 1 mower with me, I got 1 trailer with me, and I got just me. Like I said, if I had 2 guys with me, true enough, if they were experienced and they've been on this site before, I may have brought somebody, but I don't have nobody that's been on this site before. So, and this is not the time to be training nobody and hoping it don't rain, because if it rains, then I can't ask these guys to work in the rain. I can work in the rain to a certain degree. Last night, I talked with Shane from DLT Lawn Care for a long time. I like old Shane, man. Shane's a pretty good guy. He's got those 2 badass mowers, and he's just trying to figure out a way to where he could, get both those mowers to a job, without having to bring 2 trucks or whatever. And I'm telling him, and I think he'll probably mention it in this video. We talked a long time about you know, you got that nice big dump trailer, and you know, you don't have no you know, that dump trailer is 14 foot long. It'll hold both of them mowers easy, you know. And that's a way for him to get to 2 mower money without spending any more money right now on another trailer. Now, it might not be ideal for him to do that, you know, but I'm telling him, man, that, you know, there's no way, if I could help it, I'm talking about for me, if I could help it, that I'm gonna have 2 brand new mowers and I'm gonna leave one of them at home. You know, there's just no way that I'm gonna do that unless there's just no way I can totally carry both of them. So I really think, y'all, and I might be wrong, we'll see in this video today, I really think that I got his brain to kind of turn it in the corner on, you know, damn, you know, why would I leave, you know, a brand new mower at home if I don't have to, you know, where he could take both those mowers out to the gauntlet and the big cuts that he has, and he could run 2 mowers and get done, you know, maybe not twice as fast, but he could probably save 35 to 40% of time, which would make it where he can take work from the next day, move it to that day, and then the next thing you know, you got a whole free day where he can put 2 mowers out to work on a whole another day of free time that he's going to free up by having those 2 mowers and everything. Yeah, man, and I'll try to get a little bit of footage, man. Anyway, this is Ray's Lawn Care. I'll kick back with you guys. Y'all have a safe day, man. Peace. Okay, guys, so this is one of the ones that I do right here. You see this gas station? All that in the back there. We're cutting all of that, right? All of that. The beds don't look too bad, I don't guess. So yeah, and so then I cut this one right here too, and this is the one I'm gonna do first. Now this gas station right here is just a rundown gas station, and like it's an old gas station, and it looks like they're trying to sell the property. But the same guy that owns that big station over there owns this station too. Now this is the closed down station. It hasn't been open since I've been doing the properties down here. But you can see there's not a lot of detail. He kind of added this one on at the end, you know, after we agreed on the money over there. And so he doesn't really care anything about a deep detail or anything. So I won't even weed eat over here. And he's okay with that. He just wants me to keep the grass down, you know, on the roadside there. And then I do a little bit of spraying over here too. So I'm gonna do this one here, and I'm gonna do the gas station over there that I just passed. And I'll get some footage of both. Anyway, this is Ray. I'll see y'all, man. So yeah, y'all, I just kind of wanted to show y'all what's going on here. So this is the gas station that ain't open no more. It's been closed, well, I know for at least 4 or 5 years. So a lot of times what I'll do is I spray all this crap in the parking lot. Let me see if we got running water here. Okay, they got the water turned off. See, last year the water was on. So we'll cut all this, and y'all see how we'll cut all of this, and then I cut all around this building right here. Y'all can see the building there. And most of this is mower cutting, well, because they don't really care about you know, and I'll spray up against the building all the way over there. I'll spray against all of that. I'll spray around that tank right there. But y'all can see how this is a pretty bad site here. Right now it is anyway. So yeah, y'all, it ain't nothing that we can't handle, but yeah, it ain't nice. It ain't a pretty sight. So anyway, I'm gonna try to find a place to set you guys up so y'all can kind of watch me just cut this, the weed eating and stuff. Yeah, I'm not gonna do a whole lot of weed eating over here. It's mostly spraying over here. So just so the next time I come, it'll be better and better. If I had a guy here with me, I'd probably have him weed eat a little bit, and I may have to weed eat some, but for the most part, I'm just gonna spray and cut, and that's what they pay for over here. Anyway, I'll kick back with you guys. One thing about these X marks, and normally under dry circumstances I can cut this, but I tried to hit that curve at an angle, and you know, these X mark mowers, you know, it bottomed out right there. It's not a big deal. All I'm gonna do is just back my truck up right here and pull it right out. It ain't a problem. But you know, it's just one of those things that you deal with when it's raining like it's been raining, y'all. So let me put you guys right here so y'all can kind of see what's happening. Yeah, it ain't a big deal. Anyway, it's all good, man. Okay, y'all, so I had one of the worst things that could possibly happen with me being out here by myself. Well, it's not, you know, it's not detrimental or nothing, but it's detrimental to my timing and all. So one of the eyes on the weed eater came out. This shit's so heavy that I guess grass got caught up in here, and this whole piece right there, see, I'm missing the eye right there. And see this side right here, you got that metal piece right there. I'm missing it. This side, this whole piece right here came off, and this eye popped out and flew into the grass somewhere, and I can't find it. So this weed eater is pretty much down. Now, I finished up this property weed eating. Not really, but I did the best I could, and I'm gonna spray too. but I got to go get one of these. This weed eater is down. That's one of the few things, y'all, that'll put a weed eater down. You lose these eyes right here, they're called eyes. You lose these eyes right here, then the weed eater does not function properly. The string comes out. Having one, now I can use one side, but it ain't good for the weed eater, and you go through a lot of string, and this grass, wet grass, weeds, whatever you want to call this over here, well, it's just too damn thick for that, man. So, and that's the reason why it came off, because I'm weed eating this heavy, you know, this heavy grass that's knee high on the slope right there, and it's well, and these are costs that the customer don't see. See, I've been trying to come over here and cut this property ever since November, and they kept putting me off. And so now I'm paying the price for that now, because it's so bad, it's so wet, it's so nasty, and they're in a hurry to get it done. So the customers really put me in a bind here, and I'm not, and I can't finish. I certainly can't do the big station over there, you know. So I got to stop everything, and it's my fault too, y'all. It's my fault too. Normally I would have 2 weed eaters out here with me. You know, I slipped, y'all. I slipped, man. What can I say? So, you know, just trying to get out here and get this work done. And at the beginning of the season, I slipped, man. In my other trailer, I have a bunch of those eyes, but I don't have none here with me. And normally I would bring more than 1 weed eater. Normally I would bring more than 1 mower, but I didn't see no point in doing that because I'm by myself, you know. And I will say this, in the 12 years that I've been doing this type of work, that's the first time that I personally have lost one of the eyes. So, and my guys have lost them before. Of course, I don't do the weed eating every day either. So, but right now, we stopping everything, and we're fixing to go to the steel dealer about 12 miles from here. So that's what I'm fixing to do. So all I need is to, you know, stop everything. Oh my God, man. And watch, by the time I get back, it'll start raining. So, you know, it don't ever end, y'all. And at the end of the day, I ain't got nothing else going on, and I'm gonna do what I gotta do to get these 2 properties done. So it's like powers unknown just try you all the freaking time, man. You know, I'm having problems with help. I'm having problems with the weather, and getting to these jobs and being able to do them in a sensible time because they're so wet and so far out. I'm going to charge you. I'm going to double charge this customer this time. They're not going to get away for the cheap like they get on the regular maintenance. See, and one thing, some of these customers, they will drag you, man. And this customer's dragging me right now by not letting me come, you know, during the winter months. So yeah, I'm not very happy. Of course, it's not the customer's fault that I don't have another eye with me. It's not, you know, it's my fault, and I should be better prepared. And these are the things that even a 12-year vet goes through from time to time. So am I discouraged? Yeah. Am I frustrated? Yeah. But it ain't gonna, you know, there's nothing's gonna change anything other than the fact that I'm gonna have to take this trip down here to the steel dealer. And if there's any bad thing about the weed eaters, that's about the baddest. That's probably one of the worst things about these weed eaters right there. So I couldn't finish this property. I certainly can't do the other property. So we're gonna have to get to it, man. Anyway, I'm just gonna try to. Well, I know where the dealer is. It's about 12 miles from here. So I'll kick back with you guys, man. I'm probably gonna buy a couple of these eyes, and if they ain't got them, then I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't normally like buying a weed eater or anything except for from my regular dealer. This dealer out here is not my regular dealer, but if I gotta buy a weed eater, which I need to buy one anyway, or 2, if if I have to buy a weed eater just to get the eye, then that's what I'll do. Most of the time they have these parts available pretty easy. So it's just getting there and getting back and, you know, everything else. Anyway, I'll kick back with you guys, man. I'm riding and crying. Peace out, y'all.